Hello, welcome back. In this segment, I will clarify some doubts I received from my viewers regarding the overflow flag and the signed flag in particular. Let me show you the first doubt. Here, we are only using unsigned type, right? Unsigned, unsigned, and then we are just printing it here. Okay, let's load this into GDB, disassemble the main. Okay, we don't have to go to the print statement. We only wanted to look at the first two lines of code. The first line is unsigned, the second line is also unsigned. If you look at the flags, let's say we put the flags that are activated after the second statement. Let's see, what was the second statement? The second statement was subtracting by 1, right? That was the second statement. So let me put a breakpoint at this place and just run it and put print e flags. You see the signed flag and interrupt flags are turned on. Let's not worry about this interrupt flag. Let's focus more on the signed flag. Why is the signed flag turned on, even though our program has only unsigned types declared? Okay, that was the first question. Okay, so and before we answer that, let me show you one more thing. We can just disassemble the code and put a breakpoint at the very first line. Okay, let me put the breakpoint at the very first line and run the code and print the flags. You can see the signed flag is turned on at the very first instruction when the code is about to run the main. Okay, that means main must have been called by somebody else, like the libc, C library might have called this main, of course. And at that time, the signed flag must have been set somewhere in the flow. So we don't know exactly which instruction, but some instruction within the library must have set the signed flag. Okay, so even though our code is not explicitly have signed type, we see signed flag declared here. Okay, so that is the first question to be cleared. Let me go back to the source code now and talk about what I meant by this. Int max is, what is int max? Int max is just 0 followed by 31 ones, right? And if you subtract a 1, which means you get 0, 1, 1, 1, and then a 0. Okay, so there is no overflow in this case, of course. But why is the signed flag turned on? That is turned on because it was turned on at this point. Okay. So as soon as we finish the subtraction, we expect the signed flag to disappear. Let's try that. So gdb -q flagged out, disassemble main, and put a breakpoint after the subtraction by 1 statement. Okay, run. And now we print the e flags. Okay, now let's do the subtraction and print the flags. Okay, the subtraction action operation reset the signed flag because there was no reason to have the signed flag and it disappeared. All right, that clarifies the first doubt, hopefully. Now let's move on to the second doubt. The second doubt was consider this program, which has x is equal to int max, y equal to x plus 1. Okay, so let's think about what are the properties of this two variables here. X is equal to int max means x is just 0, 1, 1, all the way until end 1, 31 ones. Okay, that's the int max. What is the meaning of x plus 1? X plus 1 means we add 1 to it. That means it will be 1, 0, 0, all the way until 0. So the value of y is, this is the value of y and this is the value of x. Okay, this is x and this is y. But let's think about what flags are set in this case. After y equal to x plus 1 is executed, what flags are going to be set? Remember, x and y are unsigned, okay? But nevertheless, let's look at the flags. Okay, now let's look at the flags that are set after the second statement. So, okay, but let's quickly recall the code for our memory. It has x is equal to int max, y equal to x plus 1. So let's look into GDB now and disassemble the main and put a breakpoint after the, well, before the x plus 1 statement is executed. That means here, and show you what happens now. So run, print e flags. Okay, so only the signed flag is turned on. That's because before even main ran, the signed flag is turned on anyways, we know that. But now let's do the add by 1, okay? And now let's print these flags. What the doubt was, why do we have the signed flag turned on, the overflow flag turned on? That was the question I received. Remember, if you recall the program had x is equal to int max. That means x has 0 in binary. It will be like 0, 1, 1, 1 all the way until end is 1 in binary, and y is just x plus 1, which is 1, 0, 0 all the way until 0 in binary. Why is the sign flag turned on? Even though the program had x and y declared as unsigned type, if you look at the bit pattern for y, this was the latest operation we did, right? The add is the latest operation. The most significant bit is turned on. Okay, that means the signed flag is turned on whenever the bit pattern has the most significant bit set. Doesn't matter what the underlying C code has declared the data type to be. X is declared as signed or unsigned, or Y is declared as signed or unsigned, doesn't matter. If the most significant bit is turned on, from a flags perspective, the signed flag is turned on. Okay. All right. The next thing is, why is the overflow flag turned on? The reason is that we added, what did we do? We added two numbers. They both are positive, right? This is a 0 at the beginning, and 1 is also basically 0, 0, 0 all the way until 1. That's the meaning of 1, right, in binary. So let me change the color. We're adding with 1, which is 0, 0, 0 all the way until 0 and then 1. Okay. So we add two positive numbers, but we got a negative number. And therefore, because the most significant bit is turned on, therefore the overflow flag is turned on as well. So to sum up, it doesn't really matter whether the data type is declared as signed or unsigned. If the bit pattern, the most significant bit has the flag on, or most significant bit is set in the latest arithmetic or logical operation, the signed flag will be turned on. And the overflow flag is turned on because we are adding two numbers. They both are positive numbers if you view them as 2's complement. And the result turned out to be negative if you interpret them as a negative number. Okay, that is the reason why overflow flag is also turned on. At the foundation level, there's no difference between signed and unsigned. It's all the same binary operation. Some flags will not be even used. For example, if our program only deals with unsigned, we simply don't use the signed flag. Okay, that's basically what happens when we do comparison. But the main point is that the types do not decide which flags are set or not set. Okay. All right. So one more final clarification question is that I will be showing you now third doubt, okay, which is flag underscore doubt 3.c. So here the program has x is equal to 1 left shift by 31 position, which means 2 power 31. Okay. Okay. In terms of bit pattern, what is this? This means x is equal to 1. The 2 power 31th position has 1, 0, 0, 0. This is the bit pattern in binary for x. And what is y equal to x plus 1? Y will be, we're adding 1 to it, right? 1, 0, 0, and so on, 0. But you have a 1 here. Okay. So now we ask ourselves, what type of flags will be turned on in this case? So we can see that the result y has the most significant bit is set to 1, right? Okay. Is there an overflow in this operation or not? We can check. Is there an overflow? We don't, because we are adding 1 to this number, right? So one is, if we interpret them as in 2's complement representation, one is a negative number, one is a positive number. This I mean to say here, this number is negative because there's a bit set here, and this number is positive. When we add a negative number and a positive number, we don't get overflow. So we do not expect overflow flag to be turned on. Let's see whether we can confirm that. So I'm now going to show you which flags are turned on for this program. Just for our memory, we type the code again. Okay, and now I will compile this and load in GDB and put a breakpoint just before the add by 1 operation takes place. Run and print the flags. The sign flag is turned on because I remember I said in this case, the main function itself, when the main function runs, already the SF flag is turned on. Okay, but let's look at what happens after the add statement is executed, right? Add by 1. Let's see. Okay, so you only have the signed flag turned on. In this case, there's no overflow, as I talked about. And why is the sign flag turned on? The sign flag is turned on because the number y is negative. If you interpret this number as a 2's complement number, the most significant bit is on. Therefore, we get signed flag turned on. Okay, that's basically it. So to sum up, the data type doesn't really influence which flags are turned on or off. It is only the conditional flags that are used later during the comparison. If you are talking about unsigned, the SF flag will not even be involved during the analysis of unsigned code. It will be completely ignored. If you're talking about signed type, those unsigned related flags will be ignored. Okay, that's basically it. But nevertheless, flags will be set. It's up to the remaining portion of the code whether to use the flag or not, depending on the data type. That's all. Thank you very much for your attention.